Hello everyone. Thanks for joining. I wanted to try out making jewelry using resin. So I went out to Michael's and I've already opened the package up because I actually wasn't going to record this. I was just going to try it out first and then, do pictures or videos of the finished product. But I figured, why not? I'll show you my kit. I've already opened it, but I found this little jewelry resin kit at Michael's, and it came with the both parts of the resin. It has the two parts that you have to mix together. And I've read the directions. I'll tell you about that as I do it, but it came with two of these little cups here, and it came with two little wooden sticks. And these molds are actually something that I also bought at Michael's, but they were separate. They didn't come in the kit. So the only thing that came with this kit were these two jars here with the two tops and the two little plastic cups and two sticks. And then the molds were separate. And the gloves are just some gloves I had laying around that I'm going to put on. So I read the directions, and for this type of mixture here, this resin, it wants you to do 1-to-1. Some are 2-to-1. So just as I was like looking at other videos and other people that were doing it, theirs are different. So make sure you read whichever one if you decide to do it at a later date. But mine is 1-to-1. And I bought this bangle one because I really love bangles, and I want to try this out. And I may try out one of the earrings. I haven't decided which one yet, but I'll decide later. But let's go ahead and get started. All right. And I'm just putting my tops on right now. Okay. So I have my tops on. I have my measuring cup here. And I'm going to do 15 and 15 because I want to fill this bangle up. So I'm going to do the entire cup just because I want to make sure I have enough to fill this up. So I'm going to do 15 and 15. Got a little stuff on there. I don't want that getting in my bangle. All right. And so it recommends for this one here, and I'll leave it flat so that it's level. Yep, it may help if I cut this top off. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. All right. And as I was saying, it recommends that you mix it for 2 minutes, and it says to transfer it to another cup. I've seen people that haven't done this, but for the sake of what they're asking me to do, and this being my first time, I'm just going to kind of do exactly what the directions say to do. Okay. So it's 15. And mine says it's about a 45-minute, I think, working time. So I guess if you mix it, you have about 45 minutes to kind of work with it before it hardens. Okay, and I'm going to fill this one up to the 30. So that'll be 1-to-1. 30 milliliters. Okay, and the directions stress filling it up exactly 1-to-1. So, and maybe I might not should have filled it up to 30. But we're just gonna stir it for 2 minutes now. So it's been 2 minutes, so I'm going to, it says to pour this one into this here. Not to get any of the, oh, making a mess. Not to use any of the excess. It says not to scrape the sides. I'm not sure as to why, but like I said, I'm just going to follow the directions. Okay. And then it says to stir it up one more time. Okay. So now I'm going to pour this into my bangle mold. Let me stick this right here. I'm going to pour this into my bangle mold. And if we have enough, then I'll try the jewelry one. But my goal is my bangle. And I am making the biggest mess ever. This mold is so small. Okay. That's why they recommend gloves and doing this on plastic. All right, I also bought some things that I want to put in my bangle. I found these. And I'm going to just throw a few of them in the mix. Some of them are a bit large, but I'm going to squish them down in there. I'm going to just pour some out so I don't get this resin inside of it. And I'm going to just squish them down in there. And everybody that I've seen do this didn't make this much of a mess doing it. Maybe I should have put the pieces in first, but I wanted to make sure that the resin got down all around the pieces. But as I said, it's my first time, so we'll see. And I probably shouldn't have poured as much because it's kind of spewing out. But it's all good. Learning lesson. Okay, and I think that's enough. So, okay, sorry about that. My camera died, so I had to go get a charger, but I am back now. I finished up, I went ahead and finished up the bangle and just scraped all that excess off of it. So I'm just going to let it sit now. I'm going to move this to the side. I actually have some more left. And so what I want to do is try an earring now. And so I think, I don't know which one I want to try, but because of where the hooks are. I think I may do this one. That one's a little bit bigger though. I kind of like the U shapes. I may try this square one here though. I think I may do the U shape. We'll try the U shape. I'm not going to fill it up as much as I did the first time, just because I'm going to put those pieces in. I have enough to do this one too, so why not? Okay, so I realized that a little goes a long way. Okay. All right, I think that was good enough. I'm going to do the same thing I did and just kind of smooth out those glass pieces. I don't want them sticking out. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to let this sit here. And I see why they sell those little plastic mats. This stuff gets everywhere, especially if you're trying to put stuff in it. I have a little bit left still, even after doing both of these. So a little does go a long way. I actually bought some glitter that I may run and get really quick fast and put in and maybe do another jewelry piece. So I'll go grab that and be right back. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try just doing clear and doing a back coat with the glitter. And then if I have enough left over, I'm actually going to mix the glitter in the remaining to do like a smaller earring. I want to see which is best, doing just mixing the glitter all the way in or just putting a little glitter on the outside. Let me open By the way, I am a lefty, so I'm struggling right now. So this one's kind of dirty. I think these two are, no, I'm going to do this circle. I'm going to do the outside circle first. And I'm just going to sprinkle. Uh-oh. It didn't go all the way through now. I didn't, it's a little low area right over there that I missed. I thought it was going to fill itself in, but it clearly did not. So this one may turn out a little funky, but we'll see. All right, then I'm going to put glitter all in here and then mix this one up. It's pretty good consistency, I would say. It's not too much. I may do just a smidget more. Okay. All right, I like that concentration a little bit better. Okay, and then I'm going to pour this one into the middle. Alrighty. Alright, so I am done with that. I'm just going to let these sit for a minute. And I will come back and let you see how it all turns out. Hello, welcome back. It has been 24 hours, a little bit over 24 hours. I read the directions again, and it says after 12 hours that you can kind of like sand away some of the excess if you went over the mold. I didn't do that, however. Most of mine were pretty flat. There was one little piece that kind of was sticking out a little bit, and I kind of pushed it down some to make it flat. But now I'm going to go ahead and try to pull these out of their molds and see how they turned out. Alright, this is the bangle that I did. And, oh man. Not bad. It feels like it still kind of wants to move a little bit. I followed the directions exactly as far as mixing. The edges are a little, they're not sharp, but they're not smooth. So I'm going to get, they said you can do sandpaper, so I'm going to get some sandpaper and try to sand it. But this is how it turned out. Pretty exciting for my first one. My first little bangle. Neat. Okay. Let's look at the earrings next and see. You can see that little excess that was on there. Okay, so the only issue that I'm having is the fact that I filled it. Oh, sorry, you can't see. The fact that I filled it so far, the hole didn't, there's not a hole all the way through. So I filled it a little bit too much because the hole it didn't go all the way through because I put so much on the back. So next time I'm gonna have to pay attention to that and make sure that that is still sticking out. But aside from that though, turned out kind of nice. Now let's take a look at this one. Now the bigger hoop, I did clear and then I just did a layer. I sprinkled a layer of glitter on the outside of it. It's stuck together. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so this one I mixed the glitter in the resin. And then this one I put the glitter, I did the resin first and then I just sprinkled the glitter all around it. And it's more concentrated. So I think going forward, I'm going to move all that excess off. But I think going forward, I'm just going to, instead of putting the glitter in it, I'm just going to do where I just sprinkle it on there after I pour the clear resin in. I think I like how that looks a little bit better. Alright, and I just have these, so I will, if I decide to use these, I'll post a picture of it if I actually make something with it so you can see the finished product. But thank you for joining me, and hopefully this will help some of you decide on whether or not you want to start with resin. It was fairly easy, easier than I thought it was going to be. I wish I had started it a while ago. I was a little nervous because I thought it was going to be very difficult to do. I have seen some resin mixes that don't take 24 hours, so I may look into those, maybe trying some different brands. But for the most part, what I got from Michael's was inexpensive, and it's pretty nice. All right, stay tuned for my next trial project with resin.